Ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, representing the Spartan fight team in Aberdeen, please welcome Nicol. His opponent in the red corner, fights out of the Grip House Gym, taking Ninja Fight Team in Glasgow. Please welcome Reece McEwan.
OnTop, Nemesis, Paisley Lagoon in Scotland. Chris Nicol in the blue corner, Reece McEwan in the red. Unified amateur rules fight at 62 kilograms catch weight.
Interesting. Chris Nicol was supposed to fight the last FFC, had an opponent pull out, I believe, on the day or day before. Reece, have been training with him quite a while now. Very talented, hard-working young man. Really
very light on his feet. He looks really up for this.
Chris is doing a good job of kind of stalking him down, but Reece nicely circles back into the inside of the cage. Really explosive start from both guys, considering this is both their first fight.
McEwan with the red tape on his gloves. Nicol with the blue.
Nice,
shoots for the takedown, McEwan. Oh, he's striking with some fury from the bottom. Is Chris Nicol, though. Good to see him working even in that position, Callum. Really working, trying to do something.
And what Chris Nicol's trying to work for now, he's trying to push out and work for a triangle choke, but gives it up and starts throwing some shots there.
Yeah, this is a real good battle, this. Reece McEwan is not having it all his own way.
Using his posture nicely. But as you can see with Nicol, he's trying to keep that foot inside the bicep and stop Reece from passing or from landing some big shots. Of course, he doesn't want to lie in his back, but what Nichols is doing is he's doing a good job off his back from stopping any big shots being able to be thrown by Reece, or from advancing the position.
But with these short 3-minute rounds at this level, he'll want to get up as quickly as possible. Yeah, nice effort from Nicol. Let's see if he can get to his feet here. Excellent work by Nicol. He's still got some work to do, though.
Nicely on. He's trying to roll it back over.
That's incredible work from Nicol.
Really nice scramble and nicely switched. He sits out and gets into side control. That was very slickly done by McEwan. He's now sat and trying to tie up into mount. But again, it's good grappling exchanges. As you can see straight away, Nichols has now managed to reclaim half guard. And he's now trying to posture right back and ends up on top of Reece's guard. This is some really slick exchanges from both fighters.
Let's see if Nicol can do a better job of striking from this position now. It doesn't look like he will, because McEwan is doing pretty much what he had done to himself earlier and trying to neutralize that effect. Both guys very confident on their backs, obviously.
Trying to stretch those legs out and get butterfly guard is Reece McEwan. Let's try and make that space now. Nicol's doing a good job keeping those hips low, and that's important to do when you're in someone's butterfly guard. Now in half guard. And Reece works for an armbar. Looks tight. This is a nice position. Nicely rolled out. Nichols needs to survive.
Oh, just saved by the bell.
What an exciting end. What a back and forth exchange we've had. Both guys looking great in this debut fight.
Oh, that was a fantastic first round here between Chris Nicol in the blue corner and Reece McEwan in the red. McEwan from the Grip House in Glasgow. Nicol out of Spartan's fight team in Aberdeen. What a first round, Callum.
Yeah, and it nearly had a great conclusion. It seemed that Reece had a very tight armbar, but Nichols was doing a great job to escape it and survive that round. But don't let that ending fool you. It was a very back and forth round. Some great performances from both. As you can see from Nichols, he's going to try and drive in. It's one thing that Chris Nichol's really good for. That the Spartans fight team are very good for is their work against the cage. It looks like McEwan might have pulled guard from a guillotine.
And he's switching to the armbar, is he?
No, I think it's a triangle choke. I can't see Nichols' right arm. His glove is just in, so it looks like worked for the triangle choke, but of course Nichols got that arm in tight.
Yeah, this is great stuff, and he can take the arm here if he wants. Yep, he's going for it.
The nice brothers, the armbar and the triangle, you can switch between them, and that is exactly what Reece McEwan has done. But what Nicol is doing well is he's keeping his hips very tight.
Yeah, he's stacked on top of him, isn't he? He's stacking him, trying to prevent that distance being created, which could bend the joint, and then it could be all over from there. So Nicol's doing a fairly decent job here, actually. He's got to stay on top, stay as heavy as he possibly can. But you can just see the distance starting to be created now. Reece McEwan senses it.
For your own safety and the safety of the fighters, please do stay away from the edge of the cage. And
both of these guys grappling at a really good level for young amateur fighters.
Nicol's going heavy,
and he's got his arms free. He's done very well.
See me, Reece is doing a good job of trying to keep up that. First he was going for a triangle, but Nicol's done a good job of putting those arms in, getting into guard.
You know, he wants to land ground and pound from the Nicol, but he knows fine well if he opens up, then McEwan's just going to get a hold of him again with those legs.
Nicol's bringing him back against the cage. Reece really wants to try and move that head position off of the cage. When he's pinned out there, it's a very tough position to escape. Gets a good underhook, wants to come up high in that. But Nicol's doing a good job, works for that guillotine. But it's a good switch from Reece. Now it seems he's going to work for the same thing that Nicol did, push him against the cage, try and pull those hips away and complete the takedown. And really nice exchanges. Both guys are so well drilled.
Yeah, and nice striking on the exit as well from McEwan there, trying to score points all the time. Goes up high and misses. Yeah, shoots the takedown just to try and steal the round here.
Very intelligent decision by Reece McEwan there.
Another good round by these two young, impressive fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are moving into the third and final round. Please, please make some noise for both fighters.
Our MC, Kimberly Hamilton, whipping up the crowd here in Paisley. First two rounds in the bag, who knows how they'll be scored. Both guys doing really well. I would have probably given the first round to McEwan. Second round could have gone either way. McEwan stretching, reaching for the takedown. He gets it. Look at Nicol though, working so hard to try and bounce straight back to his feet.
Again, Nicol's going for that. You can see he's always wanted to work for that triangle choke, trying to push McEwan's arm back and escape that knee and work for the triangle. But you know, Reece is very savvy on the ground. You can see straight away he's not giving away any inches.
Yeah, he's very aware of what's happening. Both guys grappling at an incredible level, and the gyms they come out of, no wonder. Again, Spartan's corner, they're just very talkative cornerman. Good to see the fighters reacting to it as well.
Nicol's trying to get that space, but wisely, Reece brings that elbow nice and tight back into the hip. Makes it very hard for anything to be done offensively from his back. There's a nice right hand.
Speaking of cornermen, Reece McEwan has Dean the Hurricane Riley in his corner.
Ian Gilmartin and Guy Ramsey, a very good corner. Of course, Michael Copperthwaite, Nathan McDonald in the Spartans fight team corner. No wonder they're producing such talented fighters.
McEwan keeping top position.
Oh, and he nearly gets a triangle choke, but McEwan, nice shots, and he escapes. Nicol rolls rather.
He spent much of this round in a top position, has McEwan. which could be very, very vital when it comes to judging this fight.
And Wisely, they had the position to go for a guillotine, but in the third round, you really don't want to, unless you're guaranteed to get that guillotine, it's silly to pull on it. Instead, what he does is he reaches his right arm, drives Nicol, and ends up in side control. But Nicol is just really
excellent work.
Switched him into his own side control there, and McEwan escapes just as well. I mean, some really, really slick transitions back and forth. They're just peppering some shots. Of course, McEwan probably happy to sit in this position, wear down the time. But again, he goes to switch,
Excellent.
goes to pass, and Nicol uses that momentum.
Yeah, what can Nicol
do? And now he's
here
trying to work for the back. Seems a bit too high. He'll really want to try and go for something strong to finish the round.
He's trying to isolate that arm, but he's not got enough time left, I don't think. Well defended by McEwan. Great attack from Nicol. What a wonderful, wonderful fight by these two excellent young prospects. Superb fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, another going the distance fight shows you here on top. They know how to put the good matches together, picking fighters for good fights and entertainment, not just for fight's sake. So thank you very much to both Reece and Chris for showing us some awesome skills. Ladies and gentlemen, our judges have reached a unanimous decision in favor of, in the red corner, Reece McEwan, fighting out of the Great Purse Gym, taking into fight team. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for his opponent representing Spartan Fight Team in Aberdeen, Chris Nicol.
Like the speed of sound.